Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm Baahu.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm also Baahu.
And we don't podcast.
But what we did do this week is we decided to follow up our most successful video of all time
Yeah.
by watching another one of the director's works.
Yes. I know it's not the one that we've been recommended multiple times before. We're getting to that one. Don't worry. But we wanted to do this one first before we moved on. So, this is Baahubali, the beginning. This is the first part.
The first one, it's in two parts. I didn't know it was in two parts.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently it is.
The first part's 2 hours and 40 minutes, which I shouldn't complain because we just saw the Hobbit stuff. So, whatever.
Yeah, same director as RRR, yeah?
Also, TeaTime. I have sweet tea from McDonald's.
And I don't.
Yes, Coke. Yeah, so do you want to go overall thoughts first?
Oh, overall thoughts. All right. It wasn't as good as RRR.
I would agree.
There's also some questionable things in it.
Yeah, okay. Well, before we go on to that, let's get it's hard to judge it as an intro. Like I think the way I judged the Hobbit, the first one, because I don't know the full context of how it's going to conclude, right? Like it's a lot still set up. Like they have the at the end of the movie, like 30-minute, 40-minute flashback or hour-long flashback. Like it's still a lot of setting up to do. So I think that it has interesting stuff because I want to see how the conflict played out, because Baahubali rescuing his mom seemed kind of quick, and then the fight at the end, or the fight before the flashback, kind of quick. So I feel like some of the stuff was resolved a little quickly. It's dogs outside. But again, the main conflict still has yet to come. So I'm, based on RRI, I know that it can be exciting and stuff. Moving on to the more not great stuff. It's kind of, it's a little sexist and kind of racist.
Well, okay. So I don't know much about the internal domestic politics of India.
Yeah, neither
but
do I.
I'm pretty sure this is a yikes. Because oh man, if this released in the States, it would just straight up get banned.
Yeah, having the enemy that's the natives and savages be a lot more darker.
Yeah, on one side you have the heroes, the very competent and well-trained professional army of lighter-skinned guys.
Yeah. Against
the evil horde of the darker-skinned guys, half of the extras being in legitimate blackface.
Yeah, it's
which I'm not sure if India has a history with blackface like the US does at all.
Yeah.
But as an American, I have that reaction, so yeah. It's
it is one of those things where it's I don't know any of Indian history or Indian context or stuff, so I can't really critique it on those standards. But as from my American upbringing and stuff, it's that's not a great look.
Yeah, it's firing off some alarm bells in our minds. But
yes,
in India it might be fine, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just that's something that did stick out to us, and something that just a full disclosure is there. But so that's, for me, those were the main things I just kind of want to get out of the way, because in terms of it's a little sexist, just because the way that he treats the main girl.
Yeah, but there was that. Yeah, all that.
But
yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was more just trying to show her, be more open to you don't have to be this soldier. I just think the execution could have been a little bit better. But
it's not that's not as much of
an issue.
As much of an issue.
No.
Yeah.
And because there's a woman in power that was focusing on the what's her name? Her name was
Yeah, it's not like all the female characters are trying to be shown that they are beautiful. And
yeah. It's just a moment that like felt a little bit weird. I think just personally execution wise, like I think actual theme of it I think was fine. Like because it wasn't like, oh, you just need to be like this beautiful woman. Like I don't think that was the purpose of it. It's just like, oh, you can be. You don't need to be this like hardened soldier that's like, in this hell. That's where I think it was going. But yeah, like the racist undertones was the thing that took me out of it.
Fucking overtones.
Racist overtones. But like that's what I kind of want to get out of the way. Like outside of those stuff, like I enjoyed it. I do think
if we I don't want to say ignore, but if we discount the yikesy moments,
yes,
and just analyze it as like a film on its own merit, it's all right.
Yeah, like I said, it's
not as good as RRR.
I think it very much is still like it's an intro that is suffering from being kind of long. Like it had like a lot of drawn out scenes. One of the things that really bothered me in this movie, I don't know if it just was less apparent in like again, we've only seen 2 movies by this director. Like it's not like we don't know everything about anything, but he has a lot of hard cuts in this movie where it would just cut out the music and just switch scenes, and I was like, it really just like took me aback. I was like, what the heck? What are we doing?
Yeah. So as an audio person, I noticed that there were a lot of moments where it was very clear that like the audio team just wasn't like given enough time to finish working on that scene. So there was just like some sound effects that should have been there that weren't. There was some stuff that wasn't synced up properly, and then there was this one just straight up awful transition like near the end where I think it was the like
here, let me see if I can find it. You keep talking
because it's like 2/3 of the way through it's like the transition like when they're going into the flashback the first time and it's just like the music is going and then just and it goes into the like the whole flashback scene. And
I put right before the 50-year flashback, I said again with the hard cuts. I was just like, what was that? I don't think that was, again, I don't think it was as apparent in RR. Like again, I don't want it to be like too comparative because with different movies and like this is later in the filmmaker's life, so he probably got better and it was different stuff. But I didn't remember having that many standout moments where I was just like, what's with the cuts? Like, this movie's in. Oh, I saw the Tamil. I apologies for incorrectly saying whatever.
We speak English. We do not know these things.
Yeah.
So you watched it in Tamil.
Yes.
Okay. I started watching it in Hindi, and then halfway through, I wanted to hear what the other voices sounded like, so I switched to Tamil. And so for the next one, I want to start watching it in Malayam. I think that's what the language is. There's 4 languages of it on Netflix. There's Tamil, Hindi, Malayam, and English. None of which are the original film's language of Telugu, which is the one I wanted to watch.
Just Tamil is the original language.
Tamil's the original?
Tamil, yes, not Tamil.
Then why are the lip flaps so fucking off?
I think they dub over it, and I think that's why it's a little bit off.
Okay.
I want to say that
RRR's original language is Telugu.
Yes.
So I was thinking like since the same director.
Yeah, no, I think this is technically a Hollywood film. I could be mistaken, but
okay, it's Kali, not Tolly.
Yeah, so right. But it is. But I think Tamil is the original version.
Okay.
But I do think that they dub over it, and that's why it looks a little bit off sometimes. Because I did notice that a little bit too, but I'm not sure about the Indian, cinema or like the workings of like how they create film or whatever. But I think that's what's going on. But yeah, I think the main guy, he's okay. I mean, I'm assuming I want to do some research on some of the stuff.
The incarnation of Shiva himself.
Yes, Sivu or
in Tamil it's Siva, but in Hindi it's Shiva.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that with the languages, but sure.
But yeah,
none of the other names change. It's just they drop an H.
He's super strong, so he's bless you.
Go on.
Because she was technically the destroyer god, right? Like
I know next to nothing about Hinduism.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of gods, and I know that the art looks pretty cool when I see it in museums and stuff.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure she was the one of destruction. I think. If I am wrong, more than welcome to correct me.
Ganesh has the elephant head.
Yes, Ganesh does have the elephant head. But I was wondering why pray to Shiva to save your child. But then I was thinking that Shiva, I think, is related to death, so just sparing him. So I kind of get that.
But yeah, she also says that, like, I've been blessed by the river goddess with this child.
They do mention the river goddess. Was that Again, we don't know a lot about.
Yeah, someone bring like an exchange professor from Delhi to explain this to us, please.
But there was the goddess Kali, I think.
A goddess of war.
Was that the goddess?
The one they were doing like the sacrifices to?
Yeah, the six armed goddess. But yeah, I liked that they had like formations and shit, like
yes,
and, like actual plans. I loved the fucking lawnmower. Yeah, I loved that shit. That was so good. Both of okay. One thing I did have a question for though. What is the exact relationship between the father Baahubali and the new king that took over?
Oh,
are they like
stepbrothers?
They're stepbrothers.
They're brothers from another father.
Okay.
Bahubali's dad is some random fucker who died.
Okay.
And
because I thought the mother died.
Baalu, right?
Yeah.
Baalu, not Bali. Baalu.
Yeah.
He's from the guy with the hand.
Yeah, but I thought his
same mother though.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought one of their mothers died in childbirth, and then the other.
Wait, you're right. Holy shit, I was wrong. Ding.
Okay.
What are we up to? Like 38?
No, it's like 20, 21 or something.
Ooh, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Because
I thought, okay, this was the one thing I was like, I put down notes, search up some things. I obviously did not do that. So I saw that the mother died, and so I thought that was
so I think so.
Mom.
Bahubali's dad died a long time ago, and the mother died in childbirth. So I think the queen's sister, new queen, takes the throne because she's like direct lineage there.
Gotcha. Okay, so she's technically unrelated to both of them, right?
She is the aunt of Baahubali Senior.
Okay.
And the mother of Baalu.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, her name was Sivagami. I think that's her name. Sivagami Devi. My writing's terrible, so I could be wrong. But yes, okay, because she was cool. I was surprised at the end a little bit, where I was like, oh, he's the one that betrayed Baahu Senior.
Oh yeah.
I know they have different
Katapa.
first names, but I don't.
My boy
remember.
Katapa.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Why you
do that?
Yeah.
Why you do that?
I did think it was kind of funny when Baalu was gonna like kill Baahu.
And they get stuck on the rock.
Yeah, he's gonna cut. He's like, I'll save you. Yeah. Any other standout moments that you kind of want to talk about?
The beautiful scenery when he's like climbing up the waterfall and the cliffs and stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did like that.
I don't really like how the only reason he was able to do it was because he was horny. But other than that, it was a pretty cool, beautiful scene.
It's the exact same thing as Dragon Ball Evolution, where Goku gets superpowers. This is Dragon Ball Evolution,
but better. Not
Yes.
great, but better.
Yeah, I think this movie. I think I have to give leniency when it comes to the storytelling to it being an intro.
Yeah, and an early work of the director.
Yeah. So overall, I think it was all right. I liked the, like I said, God, I have to remember names. I don't remember because I'm bad at names.
New Queen Devi?
No, the guy that you like.
Oh. Which guy do I like? Oh, Katapa?
Yeah, Katapa.
Yeah.
He's cool. I like the Sivagami. She's cool.
New Queen.
Yes. No, well, the
Princess.
No, the queen who raised the two brothers and died in the beginning of the movie. That was Sivagami.
Died in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, she was being chased down, and then she held up Baahu, and then she drowned in the lake.
In the river?
In the river, yeah. That was her.
That was her from the flashback.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that she's just straight up a tyrant, like a tyrannical despot,
yeah,
who kills her political enemies and is just bloodthirsty and warmongering.
I mean, it made it sound like that they were like kind of ripping the kingdom apart a little bit, and then she was just like, you know what? I'm not joking around here. Fuck all y'all.
I shall hold this kingdom together if I have to behead every one of my ministers.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I like her a lot. Like,
I mean, I just like her because like if Hollywood did this, they would have made the previous ruler like this super philanthropic, perfect ruler before the evil ruler took over. Yeah. But she was evil to begin with. So
she did what she thought was like necessary, which I think that's...
And lots of atrocities have been made in the name of what they thought was necessary.
Yes, but in the movie, she explicitly
this guy likes Napoleon.
I do, but like not like they're good people, but like she's actively like in the end of the movie, she's like, oh, it's about saving people. So she's like trying to
she has some morals.
Yes, you're making it sound she has no morals, which I don't think is true.
I think some revolution should come to the kingdom of Migvati.
I wrote it down. Magismati.
Magismati.
Yeah, I think so.
Revolution should come to the kingdom of Magismati.
Magismati, I think.
Magismati. I think it's a T. I don't think the TH is a...
Okay, Magismati.
Yeah. They need to hold elections.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as a modern,
bring power to the people, end their slave trade, and distribute the wealth amongst all the people. Let the state seize the means of production.
Yeah. We're not basing it off that though. Anyway, I wanted to get to... I like Shivagami because, like, also in the beginning, I thought she was cool because she like fucking decapitates like a guy, and she like
doesn't she just? Oh yeah, she gets.
She's like stabbed in the back with an arrow.
Yeah, she walks into the scene with an arrow sticking out her back, right? Mm-hmm. And she takes it out and stabs a guy in the neck with it.
Yeah, and then she traces back her steps so that they don't know where she's going, and then she pops up behind him and then fucking. It's really good. I thought all that stuff was like, I think she was like the best character because she seemed cool and interesting, and she showed being a leader.
You know what? Her and Katapa probably have like the most character out of any of the characters.
Yeah, because Sivu in the Tamil version, he's kind of just like a guy. Like, he's just really strong.
He's perfect.
Yeah, a little bit.
He is our power fantasy. We wish we could be Mr. Shiva Baahubali.
He is Kirito.
He is... I was trying to think of another example, I couldn't.
Yeah, he is kind of... I mean, he's supposed to be like this all-powerful, like, Shiva incarnation, right? So, I get it.
I mean, it would. I feel like it would have... we would be we would like him more if we saw him failing a bit more after he got past the waterfall.
Yeah.
Because like they spent the first like half hour of the movie showing like, oh, this guy is pretty good at climbing, but he still is brought back down by the mountain.
Yeah.
So if we could see him fail a bit more, I feel like that'd be a bit more satisfying to see him go and defeat Baalu at the end, which is probably what's going to happen.
Probably. I did like the way that everyone like would always respond seeing him by like just start worshiping and stuff. I liked all that.
Baahubali, Baahubali, Baahubali.
Yeah, like all the slaves and then all the citizens and then just everyone. I really like the way that every time they look at him, they just were inspired because of the old king, and I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, overall, I'm curious to see the next movie, see how they kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically The Lion King, so I'm looking forward to this version of The Lion King Part 2 directed
basically
DVD.
Hamlet. Yes, directed DVD.
Did you ever see Lion King 2?
I did, yes. It's been a while though, so I really
Same,
don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, do you want to get into the play-by-play, or do you want to talk about specific? How do you want to tackle it?
I feel like just going chronological through like what shit happens in the movie, you know?
I always get nervous about doing that just because like some of these are kind of just long.
Oh.
So that's the only reason I'm just kind of like, eh.
Oh, you know what? Let's address the controversies in order.
Okay, sure.
So number one, he climbs the mountain not because he's determined to, but because he's horny.
Yes. Well, no, he climbs it before he's horny.
But he succeeds because he's
succeeds,
horny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's. I think it's just like a curiosity of just like wanting to see what's up there, and then like not having any idea. You're just kind of like I just want some semblance of like what's up there, and then he gets that. It happens to be a woman, and he's just like
A bunch of butterflies.
yes, and so he's just like, oh, now I really want to get up there because like now I'm more curious, and so that's what kind of like, I mean, which I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like
I guess.
it's kind of a standard trope to some degree.
Yeah. Also, the song that she sang went on a bit too long. Yeah, a lot of the scenes were
Well, because it was just a lot of him climbing. So I
Yeah.
think it was just fulfilled. Like, I think it would have been like if he got there too fast or just stop singing. I think it would have been a little off-putting. But
for that scene, I'm fine with it because it's like it's supposed to be a grand journey. It takes him like a full day-night cycle to get all the way to the top. So for that one, I'm fine with it. There's a couple other songs in there that go on for too long. So it's just a trend that starts now, you know.
yeah, you're just like just cut down things a little bit in this movie.
Yeah.
Right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing you want to talk about? His dance scene or?
No. I mean, the tattooing stuff. Just
I just thought it was like you don't feel that.
you don't feel that, and
like in the water, just like okay. I did like that when they did match up, like and they were like close and being sensual together. I was like, oh, that looks cool.
yeah,
I thought that was pretty
kind of a clever visual there, but
yeah.
Maybe his touch is just that light that she
Yeah.
doesn't notice the needle going into her skin.
I mean, I don't think they're like permanent tattoo. Well, I mean,
They might be. I don't know.
I don't know how tattoos work, fake or otherwise. So, sure. Because I was gonna say like, they're not permanent, but like he tattoos her underwater. So like, yeah, it's kind of, it's strong enough, right? I assume. I don't know how tattoos work. What do you want to talk about next?
I mean, he's apparently like a very talented and accomplished fashion designer, as well as being superhuman strength.
Yes. I don't know if Shiva was a super good fashion designer. Maybe. But...
I mean, most of the statues I've seen of Shiva, they don't put him in too many clothes. He's usually like shirtless and lots of arms and stuff.
Because he'd be too cool if he had clothes because he would have designed them very well, right?
Well, that's a lot of sleeves.
Also that. God forbid. Yeah.
While in a fist fight, he applies makeup to her perfectly with just his thumb.
Yeah. Just
One stroke of the lips and the lipstick is perfect.
Yeah.
Not smudged. No, like, nothing's dripping down, even though they're, like, fighting in a waterfall.
Yes. I did think that all that scene was... At first, I was kind of, like, cringing, because I was like, why you...
This doesn't seem
all this
very
stuff.
consensual, is it?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
But, like, by the end, I was like, okay, this is just wacky, rather than...
Yeah,
good.
and there's a lot of, like, pretty clever visuals with it, too, so... I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah. We're kind of just going through it a little bit, but yeah, the whole beginning stuff was
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I really don't think it makes sense that after she gets injured and she sends Sivu to go and do her mission for her, that the
I'll do it. Sure.
So I don't think it makes sense that after she gets injured that that she sends him to go do her mission, and that after telling the rest of her crew that they just accept that some random guy that they've never met is going to fulfill the mission, like 10 minutes after there was a whole scene where the main older guy was getting on her ass about a tattoo.
Yeah.
And about how she's more concerned with beauty or whatever.
Well, I did think that during that scene, I was like, wow, he got mad at her pretty quick, and then he forgave her pretty quick. Because he's like, he's seen how passionate she is about all this stuff, and then she has a tattoo, he's like, unforgivable. And it's like, my guy.
But sir, I've been part of this group for 15 years. I've killed hundreds of enemy men.
And then she's all like, yeah, you're right. And then he like changes his mind back. So technically, it's in character that he's kind of just wishy-washy about.
But he doesn't even have like any. He has zero problem with her sending some rando to go do the mission for him.
Yes.
Shit don't make sense. And I don't like it when shit don't make sense.
I think the point is that she's trying to convince them, because she's like, they already saw how inflamed her passion was for this stuff. She's like, so I wouldn't do something stupid. And they're like, okay, we believe you. You wouldn't do something stupid, so we're gonna have to trust you. I think that was the point. Whether you buy into that whole logic,
I don't.
but that is the point of that. And I thought it was funny because, like, when he left, she was just still up on the mountain, and she had like a broken leg, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he just left, and I was like, how's she getting down from there?
She can't walk.
No, she can sled. I thought the bobsledding scene was fun, but I was like, oh, okay. I was taken aback a little bit.
Let's jump to the other mountain real quick.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Let's see, what else? Okay, going back to the beginning really quick. I like the sage from that village, from his village.
Oh, just manipulating all of the villagers?
Well, because he's like, Shiva works in mysterious ways. I don't know.
Who fucking cares?
I was like, mad respect to this guy. Like,
you want to watch the idol? Go ahead, sir. There's 100 more to go. Come on. Oh, just let him do his thing. Yeah.
Well, I put somewhere, it's like all gods work in mysterious ways. Like, that's just the default. Just like, you don't know what's going on. They're just working in mysterious ways. I don't know. Like, also,
technically, he is Shiva because that's his name.
Yeah.
So.
But so he breaks into the
big celebration
pretty easily, twice technically. Once just to get the when this happened with the golden statue, I was like, what the fuck? When he just grabbed it and he alone was able to hold it, I was just like, bro, like, that you are a god if you could do that. Like, oh my lord. I thought that was just very funny.
I thought that was a very fun scene to watch.
Yeah.
There was just like a lot going on.
I did like that they all, the Baahubali chant stuff. I like that stuff. Because they were just like, it's him. It's our king. And then, like, it was represented by Bamu, not Bamu, but Balu, thinking that the Baahu statue was erected rather than his.
Yeah, and then there's like the visual of like
it overshadowing his.
Baahubali in the background is like 10 times bigger.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean it's a very fun watch, the film, even if it isn't nearly as polished or well thought out as the director's later work.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it's still let me enjoy my time, even though it was like late at night and it was like the last thing of the homework of this podcast I was doing. So I was like, it's
the torture we subject ourselves to
yeah.
to get this content out there for the people at home.
Yeah, I thought that was fine. But
yeah, he breaks into the palace wearing guard's clothing
that he stole.
Has anyone what did you guys see at the palace? No one says anything. I saw who started the Baahubali chant.
It's like, come over here.
Whoops.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when he's just like, I was gonna light a fire. It's like, fires work. Fires are bad, especially for
especially for like
civilizations.
Something BC, maybe India.
Yeah,
maybe India in real life. Maybe.
I don't know.
is this taking place on Earth? They mention Persia and
I'm pretty sure it's on Earth. They mentioned Greece at one point.
Yeah. But there's also like a huge ass waterfall with a low world.
Why are you saying lower world?
Because like that's like the world down there.
It's
a whole other world down there.
Okay.
I thought it was a fantasy film until like the merchant guy came in and was like, "This sword was crafted by the finest."
off that tangent, I like that merchant guy.
I like that merchant. Yeah, he's
like
cool,
he was only in there for like 10 minutes, but I loved him because he talked to the guy. He's like, "Why are you a slave? Like, aren't you? How much? Like, I'll pay 100 times more than what they're keeping you here for." And I was like, I respect him. I respect him a lot. but then he just doesn't show up again. I'm like, damn, I like that. Let's see. So yeah, he breaks in. He burns the place down a little bit, and then he breaks his mom out.
Yeah, chased by the guards, breaks his mom out, and after him. And then they can't catch up to him, but then they do.
And then they knock it. Well, I don't know how they got ahead of him.
They catch him.
they do catch him
with the magic. Oh yeah, because they were ahead of him because they had to like pull the tree How'd they do that?
That's what I'm asking. They called each other. They're like, "Hey," because I definitely saw tons of cell phones.
They brought out their communication snails.
Okay. This Denmushi baby. But this is where I heard the bowling ball sound.
Oh, when he got whacked by the tree, or
no, it's when he was grabbing a person, and then he started hitting everyone else with the person. That I think I heard the bowling ball sound, where I heard just bowling ball pins, just bowling pins run away, or not run away, just fall over. I was like, that's a bowling sound. I mentioned this in our the Hobbit episode. It's fine. When he started fighting everyone, and then broke the what's his name? Your guy. Who's your guy?
Katapa.
Katapa. I can't remember his name.
My boy Katapa.
When he breaks Katapa's sword, I was like, oh, that's crazy because Katapa broke the other guy's sword.
So this guy's even a better sword breaker than Katapa, my boy, sword breaker, Katapa boy.
Exactly. And then he fucking grabs the sword, the special sword that his dad had, and I actually screamed when he cut off the son's head.
Oh yeah,
the person's head. I was like, what the fuck? Like it came so quick when he was just like, wow. I was like, whoa. I said, oh my goodness. I yelled out, oh my goodness.
3 a.m. waking up your whole family. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened.
I mean, it is kind of like a shocking moment because like as Americans, we're used to our action heroes to be like morally upstanding.
Yeah, they never kill the main bad guys, only everyone else.
But but on this one, he just fucking he's seen red. He's filled with rage and just whack kills the guy.
Yeah, it was very fun. I liked that scene.
I mean, it would have been smarter to just like take him prisoner and use him as like a ransom.
I don't think he cares because he got what he came there for.
His head.
His mom.
Oh. Right.
He just was like, I guess, get rid of everyone. And then he's fighting Katapa, and then Katapa recognizes who he is, and then
He sees the sword. He gets his sword cut, and he's like, "What? Who could cut my sword?" And then he sees him holding Bahubali's sword, and then he sees his face for the first time. He's like, "Oh,
and then
Bahubali!"
And then the prayer slide where he's just like,
Oh yeah, that was fucking sick.
I was like, okay, that's sick. I thought, okay, and then going into the flashback, I thought when I was wondering at the flashback for his dad, were they gonna try to get someone who looks like him?
No, it's just him.
No, it's just him. Because, which is a little disappointing, a little bit for me, only because like in the show Dark on Netflix, highly recommend. It's a very, very good show. It's in German. That show has probably some of the best casting I've ever seen, where like the older version of one man, I thought it was a prosthetic on him. It's just a different dude. And I was like, oh, he looks just like him. Like he looks like the 20 years older version of this guy. And I was like, okay. So I was kind of hoping for something similar like that, but
No, just use the same guy.
I mean, which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, like his dad would have been 25 in the flashback, and he's
Yeah.
25 now. So
and everyone would have recognized him immediately if he looks exactly like him. Like,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
real quick,
We're back, baby. What are we talking about?
I don't remember. Did we get to the flashback yet?
Yeah, we just hit the flashback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So I said the flashback, then we're gonna get.
Oh
to-
yeah, Bahubali Senior. He's a bit of a scoundrel. he's
he's
a bit of a party animal.
he's supposed to be shown connecting with the people, and people connect through parties sometimes.
And lusting after the three dancing women
And the neighboring
very
city.
sexually.
Yes.
He's like, here, let me use my unfathomable wealth to buy drinks for everyone.
Yes, I did kind of like that scene though, where he's like,
yeah,
knocking it over. And then,
No. Give me the real booze.
And then
Knocks it over. Here, just takes it and puts it on the table.
and then- yeah, I like he's about to knock it. He's like, hey, don't do that. And then he's all like, what will this buy me? And then he unveils all of them.
And throws the pebbles at the hanging casks, and everyone fills up their mugs. I thought that was, I like that.
I like that too. That was very, very good.
Yeah. Bali and Balu both have
Baahu and Baalu.
Baahu and Balu have equal claims to the throne. So the mother
Yeah.
is like, whoever's a better person gets the fucking kingdom.
That's not what she says, but that's basically what it is. I did like that they were pretty equal for a lot
They
of
were.
it.
Like Balu is the stronger guy with the big meaty weapon, and he's a bit of a more warrior. He's force. He's very very strong, strong leader. And then Baahu is like more of an all around, a bit more acrobatic and a bit more charismatic. A bit,
Yeah.
By the people I rule.
Yeah, so that eventually leads to him being. There's a trader stealing war secrets. They don't explain why, do they?
No.
Okay. She's just doing it. I don't know.
I mean, I mean, the war secrets didn't really do anything. The guy still lost
He was
the battle.
captured. That's why. He didn't give the war secrets away because he wasn't able to get to the other army.
No, he sent it on the bird.
Oh yeah. Huh.
He sent the bird to fly. Yeah.
I remember looking at that. I'm like, "Where's the paper?" Because I didn't think I saw the paper. But maybe I was.
That's what the bird was for.
I get that, but I didn't see the note on the bird. Maybe I'm just blind. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess it didn't really change anything. Well, in all fairness, they did say we're gonna try something that no one's ever done. The trident. and they actually form a trident.
They actually showed us what the tactics were and did the tactics in the battle.
Yeah, that's rare.
That's already better than like 98% of Hollywood films. They actually tell us or show us what's going on with the battle.
Yeah, which I liked. I thought that was really good. Let's see. Going on to the battle, I liked the way Baahu just did like the fucking flaming like what's it called?
Big tarps.
Yeah, the flaming tarps, where like it like covered a bunch of people and like dragged them because it, it's like it kept pulling them and stuff, and then just one arrow light on fire, boom. Yeah. I was like, that's cool. I like that, and I like that in a like during the scenes playing out. I like that this shows the army charging, and it shows like some of the archers shooting arrows, and it shows those things like going. Yeah. I'm like, I like seeing that, like different parts of the battle that we're seeing as individual set pieces are still going on as a fuller battle.
Yes.
So I like that. I think
I don't like that for the tactics for the enemy horde was just rush, don't form ranks, just go.
Yeah.
But I'll take one side being smart.
Yeah, that's better than most.
Yeah.
Where everyone's just an idiot. So that was really cool.
They both rush for the enemy general.
The Baalu just slaughters innocent people with
its fancy helicopter chariot.
It's so funny. I just think it's so, like, I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, this is so fucking sick.
yeah, like the physics they apply to like the CG ragdolls when they go past them is like.
And it was cool seeing Baahu like have the double spears and like spinning them constantly and going killing people like that. And then I did like that he made all the prisoners in the front line trip so that they can get down so they can shoot arrows at the actual enemy. I was like, I like that there's some like semblance of a plan going on and trying to do all this stuff. Let's see. What else? I did think it was funny when both of the brothers were fighting the leader. Pausing. Let's see. I said there's a battering ram, and they broke for the formation.
One battering ram that wasn't even like constructed to be a battering ram. It's just some logs taped together.
Hey, I respect it. Like,
and one hole in the line just completely shatters the defending army.
Yes.
For a horde of disorganized enemy soldiers, they're pretty potent when they actually get to like the fighting. Yeah. I guess. Okay, well, I didn't do this earlier, but there's a clap. I'm not stitching it in. That did not show up on the capture.
It's fine. I just whatever.
There we go.
It's fine.
The audience immersion is ruined, Chris. I hope you're happy.
I'm never happy. I did think it was funny that when the brothers were fighting the leader, that's what I was saying before, that like it looked like their mom was watching them, and I'm like, they should be super far away.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
I was like, dude, like their vision during the fights when they could like when Baahu Senior or. When he saw like the flag being put up, I thought it was like near him, and then you see him riding all the way towards them, and I'm like
a half mile away.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Still has time to run back and continue the fight.
Yeah, I thought that was very funny. And then at the end of the flashback, we get that your boy,
my boy Katapa, the big reveal.
He killed
Baahubali,
and it's like.
We don't know why yet.
We don't know why yet.
We're going to find out probably in like the first scene of part 2, but...
Yeah, well, I don't know about the first scene. I feel like early though. Maybe the first scene.
And like right at the end, it's revealed that Katapa is the incarnation of the war goddess Devi, and he's been evil the whole time.
I don't know if that's where they're going. Maybe, but...
No. He's the incarnate of this evil foreign religion. He's the incarnation of Jesus Christ.
that would be.
I would love that. That would be so good.
That'd be something. So yeah, overall, It's not bad. I think it's good, but
I think it's a very entertaining watch.
yeah. Like I said, I think it's a little
It's not.
early.
It's not super well polished at all.
No,
It needs a bit more time in post production for it to be
yeah,
better. But
yeah, that
it's got issues. Still fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think again for me, I just have to wait to see the conclusion to see like how the story like ties everything together.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
gotta
know for
see
me that's very important.
I gotta see it in Malayalam, and then in English to get the full
You
spectrum.
really do not have to do that.
I have to. I started it in Hindi, then Tamil, then it's Malayalam, and then English. Get the full spectrum right there.
No. So. Okay, well, we done? Anything else
Well,
you want to say?
I really wish they didn't like do blackface on on that fight, because like other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then it takes me out of it because it's very obvious that a lot of these extras are just straight up in blackface,
Yeah.
and it's like people in India can get pretty dark. They didn't need to get these guys in blackface. They could have just hired some people from the South, but you know.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe they just want to represent their own people like that, and they're just like, oh, this is like a. This is darker than we've ever seen. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not gonna try to justify that it looks kind of bad, but
Until I know more about
the context
of it, I am not willing to completely write off this film like I would if it was an American production.
Yes,
But yeah, it's there and kind of distracting if you're an American.
yeah, I agree. I don't know what else to say, and I don't podcast. Thanks for watching.
I hope you had fun.
Bye.
Maybe one day I will.